Welcome in. It is day 78, and you're speaking with the Meeples Champion. Today, we're going to go over one of my favorite games that I don't get to play very often. If you have me doing my ranking, I don't remember where this lands, but it's not going to land massively high on my list. At the same time, whenever I get to play the game, I get so excited. That game is Revolution. So, Revolution is an interesting game. The concept is pretty straightforward. So you've got this huge board, and you're trying to fill in on each location within the kingdom your little blocks. The game ends the instant that all of the kingdom has been filled in. Every turn, everybody has a sheet that says different things you want to do. Do you want to try to get more of the, let's see, the blackmail? There's the, what do we got? Blackmail, force, and gold. So the gold is your base. So that's your basic thing for buying stuff. The blackmail is a little stronger than that, and the force is a little stronger than that. So you start the game off, and they go, okay, everybody's going to get 1 blackmail, 1 force, 3 gold. And then you're going to slowly, behind a sheet, place them out on the board. You can put them together. You can put them all separate. But you're going to place them out on your board. Now, what you're trying to do is, 1, follow the rules. The board specifies if a space is allowed to have a force or have a blackmail. You can put gold anywhere. There's no restriction on gold. But there are certain spots that they say, like, oh, this can't be blackmailed, so don't put a blackmail here. And if you do, you just lose it. So you put them out, and then everybody pulls it, and starting from the top left corner and going across on the 3 rows, you're going to go through and you're going to announce what everybody has and see who wins. If you win, you get to get the reward for that. So that might say, like, hey, you're going to go put a block over into the castle. Or you can switch any 2 blocks you want on the board. Or you can replace somebody's block on the board. You're going to get 2 blackmail for this spot for next round. You're going to get a force for next round. You know, there's a bunch of options. It's very interesting. So you do all of this. Then there's also points awarded. So some of these will just say, like, get points. So you have your castle, but then around the castle, or your kingdom, around the kingdom is a point tracker. And points themselves get counted on the outside. So you'll do all that. And then when it's done, you wipe everything out, you grab it, and you go to the next round. Now, the base is that if you didn't earn anything, you get 5 gold. But otherwise, if you earned anything, everything you earned goes to the next round. So you'll take all of your blackmail, your force, and your gold, and if you didn't earn up to 5, you replace the rest with gold. Otherwise, whatever it is that you earned, you just keep everything that you officially got for the round and bring it to the next round. And then you do it all again. So, you know, it tends to be that if you're investing in force and in blackmail, you're not really getting stuff on the board, but you're really investing that next round you're going to be really powerful. So why don't we just jump right in, talk about this game, and see where it lands for us. Category 1, art. So I don't know about the box for everybody else. I think it's could be considered pretty basic. I like the box. I like the way that the sign is. I like that they have right on the front, essentially, the 3 pieces that matter the most about it. I do get that it's not extremely colorful, extremely informative, but it's the reason I picked it up. When I picked this up, nobody was talking about the game. I grabbed it because I saw the cover and I was like, what is this? This looks interesting. And maybe I just have a different taste in box art. It's a box art that grabbed me. And then the inside of it is great. You have a really nice kingdom. I love the individual map spots. What covers around it also informs you about a bunch of what it does. It's really good for me. It may not be a consensus with everybody else. Maybe I'm on the very small, minority here, but I am going to give it a thumbs up for the art. I like it. Your components. Your components are literally cardboard pieces for all of your gold, your force, and your blackmail, and wooden little blocks for all of the things you're placing out. It's nothing else. I like them. They're good quality. They're not going to break. They're not going to wear. This is all going to be fine years from now. Even when I talk about a card being very good, in 10 years, the best card could wear or tear. this stuff's not going to have any issue in 10 years unless you're really being bad at your game. Thumbs up. The price. When I got the game, I believe I got it at $50. Since then, again, the game's not massively popular. It's not unpopular. It's just not massively popular. So it has dipped. It's down to about $40. Now, I don't think you're going to ever find this in a Target or you're going to find this in a Barnes & Noble. But you're going to find it in like 2 out of 5 board game stores. It's always online. I think that the price is good. I think it's available for you out there. And for the game you're getting inside, it's a really good price. It's a thumbs up on price. Your difficulty. This game is I always say there's 2 ways to judge. There's, can you understand it? Anybody can play this. I don't care if you're an expert or if you're a kid. Anybody can play it. It's easy to understand and play the game. But then there's the difficulty when it comes to like enjoying it because it's difficult for the game to truly grab you. If you're playing this at 4-player, the likelihood is somebody's probably not having a good time because they keep being outbid everywhere and it's just not a good game for them. It's hard for there to be 4 people having a great time in every game. Now, it depends on the player. If it's me, I might be a little frustrated, but overall, I'm just thinking like, I'll get them. Like, I don't get mad when I get to an end of the game and I go, oh, wow, first place has 100 points and second and third are like in the 70s and 80s, and then I'm down in like the 40s. I don't get mad about that. I take it as a learning experience, and as long as the experience of the game itself was fun, and as long as by the end of the game I feel like I figured out why I messed up, then I'm okay with it. I just want to make sure the next time I play I can be more competitive. And for me, I think that this game is one that you really have to know yourself, because you will probably at some point find that by just unfortunate luck, you are constantly being outbid by, like, I put out all 5 of my pieces and every one of them got outbid. 1 by them, 2 by them, 2 by them. It happens. And just you find it happening like 2-3 runs in a row and you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm changing my plan, and then they keep on going to those spots too. So I do think it's a bit difficult because it is mentally difficult for this game. So it's a thumbs down for that one. Replayability. This game is one that I can play with my game group. I have not pulled it out in a while for them, just because we have so many new games, but I do enjoy pulling this out, and I will bring this to there soon. But I also play this with family and with my non-gamer friends. Family is actually the biggest surprise, because in my family, I have a bunch of sisters, and one of them is not a huge game fan. She doesn't hate games. She's just very, very standoffish from playing most games. She'll only come to the table usually for like a card game or more of a party game type game, but she loves this game. And for me, it was a big surprise, because to me, this is the most gamer game I've seen her play. So I think this is an inviting game. I think it's got enough of a game there that you, like me, will consider it a game, but where somebody who's not really into games will look at it and say, no, I want to play that one. That looks interesting. So that allows for a lot of replayability. And I think that it's just up to you being willing to take a try and take this to those people that you normally may think this wouldn't have hit for, because I think you'll be surprised. That's a thumbs up on the replayability. Your keys to victory. So at the end of the day, your keys to victory comes down to one of essentially 3 things. It's really 2, but we'll say 3. The first one is, are you going to invest on the spots that just pay you points? Instead of being part of the battles out there, I'm going to just invest in the points, and while everybody's trying to get the big points in the middle, I'm just going to keep snaking all the other little points. And, you guys haven't even figured out who's gotten a spot yet, and I'm already at 50, 60, 70. And by the time you finally start getting these huge, hey, 30 points for that, 40 points for this, you realize, well, shoot, there's 3 of us in a 4-player game. Unless one of us really dominated out there, the person on the outside, if they really committed and nobody was competing with them, could be way up there. I had a game once where nobody went after those spots, and somebody ended up hitting like 100+ points. And we were all like, what? Now, it was not a blowaway game, because in the middle, somebody had won like 3 of the best scorers, and they ended up getting like 140 points from those. But it was a big deal because that was unexpected, and it made them far more competitive. So that's option 1. Option 2 is the center, as I'm saying. Making sure that you're going after this. It's all about majority. So once everything fills in, you look at it and you go, where's the majority? Okay, this person has the majority here, so they're going to get the 20 points it's worth. This person has the majority here, they're going to get the 30 or 40 points it's worth. These two are tied here. I believe in a tie, you split the points. So it's up to just making sure that you understand where you're going in here and that you're strategizing to really protect yourself. And then the third one is essentially the blackmail, the force, the gold. You, even with just gold, if you are able to figure it out, you can get these spots because there's too many spots. I want to say there's 12. The likelihood is, actually it might be 16. I'll have to double check. But the likelihood is that even with all those, you're going to be able to get something. You know, I've seen somebody with loads of blackmail and force lose with every bid, and then the next round be shocked because they won with 5 spots with a single piece of gold because everybody else consolidated and was trying to make sure they got the spots they wanted. So they just kind of spread out and were like, oh, I didn't think I'd get anything and I got everything. So you never know, but if you're paying enough attention, using these properly, to me, yes, they're going to result in A or B. You're either going to get your points or you're going to get your center. But using them properly is a big strategy. That is essentially the strategy. It's understanding how to get them, investing in if you should get them now so you can get your points or your inside track later in a different round. So big thumbs up on the keys to victory. Unique. I think this is extremely unique. Yes, at the end of the day, it's a blind bidding game. That's a reveal. But it's that with 3 different levels of bidding. It's not like we're just bidding money. You know, you can bid. I don't think that you can get 20 gold, but let's say you could get 20 gold. You could bid 20 gold on a spot and it loses to 1 blackmail. You could bid 5 blackmail on a spot. It loses to 1 force. You know, you could bid a force. I could bid a force and 1 gold and I'm going to take it. So that in itself is unique. And then the fact that you're not just doing this to get paid out in points, but locations and future types of bidding options. I think it's very unique. I've never seen a game like that. That's why this game has stayed on my shelf all these years. I've had it for over 10 years, and I've played it, I think, an average of 2, maybe 3 times a year. It's taken a little dip just because of the pandemic. It took a dip, but I know it's going to get a big rise at some point again soon. So big thumbs up on that unique. Overall, what do I think of this game? I love this game. I think everybody should play this game. I think this is a game that every game group should own. So if you and your friends are hanging out and playing games and nobody owns this, somebody needs to get it. You don't need everybody to own this. Only one of you. It's not one of those games that like, I need to own it, you need to own it. I want it. Even if my friends had it, I would want it because it hit with my family. And if that's the case for you, if you can get this game to your family and they like it as well as your game group, then pick it up even if somebody else had it. But I just think it's a guaranteed success in my opinion. I can't see many people not liking it unless you just don't like bidding games. That's really it. Well, that's just my opinion. It's up to you guys to make your own opinion. Get out there, try games, and see where it lands for you. Well, today has been day 78. We have been speaking about Revolution, and you've been speaking to the Meeples Champion. Like, share, subscribe, and check down below in the description where I'll be adding an Amazon link in case you wanted to pick this game up for yourself. Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow.